That's not good enough.
Hey, Hungries.
That's still the same.
Hey, Hungries.
That's the same. You just gotta you're a robot.
That's fine. I am.
I'm.
Wait,
Hi,
no.
Hungries.
No.
Did
You've
I
already
peek?
done that
I didn't
bit.
peek. No, you have to keep that one. So you need to say we're dads.
I'm keeping all of this from my first
No,
Hey,
'cause-
Hungries.
No.
Yeah, all of this is staying in.
Why is this the bit that we're stuck
We're
on?
dads.
And we're hungry.
And this is the Dad vs. Dad podcast.
You put me in a weird spot there. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, the show where we banter a bit and we do mountain and molehill, where you vote and let us know if our petty issues are mountains or molehills.
And they
They are molehills, but we're making them mountains.
well, they're actually mountains.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we wouldn't talk about them.
Now,
Although it's just regular issues, isn't it?
yeah. And well, did you have a week? What
Got
happened?
a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I went to the Raiders on Saturday last week. It was Raiders versus Knights, and
Take the kids?
No, it was. I got invited by Stu, my mate Stu, and his wife and kid.
Former guest.
Former guest Stu.
Yeah.
Yeah, piss bomb app.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Stu. So I went with Stu and his wife and kid, and that was a ball. But the whole experience is really weird going to a footy game, especially when you don't support neither of the teams.
Yeah.
I mean, if I picked a team, it would have been Raiders,
Yeah.
but I shouldn't have picked the Raiders. It was a horrible loss.
Green is the best colour, though.
It is, and that's why I was kind of thinking I might go for them, because I go for Celtics too.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I'm wearing their colour, it's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so watching that, I went and bought a schnitzel burger for lunch. Just take a guess of how much
At a football game,
at a footy game.
$15.
$17. And it was like the size of the pop filter.
God.
It wasn't a big burger.
Yeah.
Good burger. Really good burger. And then I shouted a round of beers. $40.
How many beers is that? 3?
3. And a can of Coke.
All right. Let's, yeah.
Like, what is why markup?
Man, that's
so
the case.
High? Exactly. I'm like, I could have just not gone to the footy, been disappointed, sat in an uncomfortable seat for hours.
Yeah.
You go for the banter
Yeah.
and the big flames that shoot out of the machines.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everything about going anywhere ever in the world is so off-putting. I hate it. Like clubs and all that are pretty bad too.
The weirdest thing about it, and I shouldn't shit on it because it's not that big of an issue, and it's not an issue. It's not an issue.
Yeah.
But the women's game was incredible.
Right.
Women's Raiders team is awesome, and it was their first Viking clap.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
called it the Viking clam. It was fun.
Yeah.
So it was incredible. Really great game. The girls are nuts. They're just the beastiest, angriest women I've ever seen.
Yeah, I bet.
I wouldn't high five them.
No, you break your arm.
Well, no, I'd just be afraid that I'd get assaulted. Like I'd go for a high five and then wrap me up and tie me, put me in the boot of a ute and drive me out and kill
Yeah,
me.
they might do that.
That is what they do. How was your week?
Yeah, pretty good. My guitar lately got delivered
How is it?
to Derringers in South Australia. Is it Dellingers? Derringers.
What?
The music place that I bought it from. Made it all the way to Fishwick. I put in the thing, change of address to this one. They got confused and sent it back. Not at all the music place's fault. They were actually really good and helpful about it.
Why would you think, oh, you sent through this redirection, we should probably send it back to the people just to make sure they know what they're doing?
Yeah, they didn't think, let's maybe contact some people first, or...
What kind of idiots don't know how to read the numbers?
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Just plug it into a phone. Hey, we've got your number listed on this item. Can you describe what it might be? A ukulele?
Yeah,
It's a guitar, but a guitar lele.
yeah.
They'll have to look it up. They'll have to spell it correctly. And if they don't know, nah, we'll send it back.
But and they tried to do it as well on their end. So I tried it on my end. Derringers tried to do it on my end. Shout out to Derringers. They're in South Australia. And they're doing... Now they're sending it express, no extra charge or anything. They're just like, we're going to pick the premium courier. It'll get to you quicker. We'll make sure it's there.
Music shop
so
guys,
much, guys
are top tier, the best guys in the world.
Yeah, and it's not like I bought like a big expensive like, $1,000 guitar or whatever. It's just like $130
Yeah.
toy.
Basically.
But yeah, those guys are awesome.
I went to the music shop probably just after the episode last week.
Yeah.
And I bought a power conditioner.
Yeah.
So when I'm recording guitar, I get this higher pitch squeal. It's almost like a feedback, but it's not coming from the guitar or the speakers, but internally in the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Anyway, so I bought this power conditioner, but when I went to the shop, the guy was like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Have you tried, like, literally everything under the sun?
Yeah.
Just to make sure that I wasn't spending money I didn't need to spend.
Yeah. That's
Music
really cool.
guys.
Yeah.
The best. They're just... If you ever want the best customer service of anything, they're all passionate about instruments or their craft.
Yeah.
And they all want to give you a good deal and a good service so that you come back.
Yeah. And I was thinking back to when we were like little kids, teenagers and stuff, and you go to music shops, or your friends would, and you'd all go in there and you'd, let's play this guitar. Oh, can we plug this into an amp? And all that. Like, you'd be the most annoying guys on the planet, and these guys would just be like helping you out, setting you up. They know they're not getting a sale there.
But they're like,
they still help you out. It's really cool.
You know what?
Don't do that if you're a kid. Just it's so annoying.
I don't know. It's future sales for when you're older.
Maybe.
I used to go in and I'd be like, oh, that's amazing. Like looking at the old Zach Wild buzzsaw guitars.
Oh, yeah. You've got one now, huh?
Nah, but it definitely inspired me to listen to Black Label Society and follow that whole thing.
Yeah.
So, it's if you're not playing it, you're looking. And if you're not looking, you're not learning. What was it? So the music guy that I usually go to actually left that job. He went and started in defense or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But when I went in to say farewell and whatever, he was like, this guy, he'll take care of you. And he introduced me. We had a quick chat. And now I've got a new music guy.
That's so good.
Like, it wasn't even just like, my service is no longer available, see you later.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the guy who'll help you out. He's a great customer, great pal.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. That's service.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess people who work in those places, like, they all have a passion for music as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, you go to, I don't know, Kmart. They're there for a job. They're not passionate about
They're not even there for the job.
Stuff.
They're not there for the job. No one's at Kmart anymore. They don't even serve you.
Yeah.
And like, they used to have the registers at the front of the store so you could purchase and then you'd go to the bag person, then check your bag and you walk out. Instead, now they've got the registers in the middle of the store and they trust you to walk out and show the receipt.
I don't understand the middle of the store thing.
It is the dumbest idea I've ever seen.
Why is that a thing?
Hold on. I give some instructions.
What do you expect?
Not ADHD children.
Leaving and re-releasing their first album. Oh, no, okay, that's lame.
Are they re-releasing it?
Yeah.
No, that's great.
But that's just a re-release.
Not re-recording.
No. Taylor Swift is re-recording every single album she's ever done?
Really?
Yeah. As lame as Taylor Swift is, that's really cool. Something that she moved away from a record label and she had problems with them and she doesn't want them making money off her music anymore. So she's re-recording everything.
That's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
Although, is that then copyright to the songs?
No, it's all good. They don't own the copyright. She still does, but...
Which is crazy good. That's so smart that she's going and doing that. One of the coolest things that I follow a band called 4 Years Strong.
Yeah.
And they used to be this...
They're a cover band, right?
Well, they do covers. They do covers. So they did release an album called Explains It All, which was basically them recording songs from the 90s. and explains why they're the type of musicians that they are because they have these rad songs.
Yeah.
And it's like semi-charmed life. And yeah, it's great. It's a great album.
Yeah.
And Everclear, so much for the afterglow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so during one of their album cycles, they got rid of the synth player. They were like, it's not really the direction we want.
Yeah.
So they moved on from that style of music. And then like, we recorded this banger of an album, but it's all that style. So they recorded that whole album again.
Yeah.
Changed some of the vocal patterns to more what they do now live. Directed it that way. It's so good.
That's really cool.
It's a friggin' amazing album.
Anyway, I was hoping like Living in News was they were re-recording it because that would be so cool. But
Yeah.
whatever, re-release, that's fine.
I wonder,
a re-release.
are they just re-releasing, or are they like remastering, or?
Well, they're re-releasing and doing a tour of it. 'Cause
Kinda
it's 25 years old now. I'm surprised it's that young.
That young?
Yeah.
No, that came out when I was like 6 or 7. I remember listening to that when I go to our cousin's place.
Yeah.
And that was like, that album was incredible.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
fun.
actually, you know what I listened to recently of theirs? White Noise, that album. And I found on Spotify, they've got like the special edition.
Yeah.
It's got all these like unmastered songs on there.
Yeah, right.
Some of them are like really cheesy, and that's why they didn't put it on the album.
Yeah.
But then there's other songs that are like, that would have been great to put on there.
Yeah.
Just raw tracks. Really cool. I love finding that stuff. I love finding like I've never heard this, and this was a great run, and this cycle, and that time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what do you think of when you think? Yeah, I know sort of I'm not going to talk about cars anymore, but this is important. When you think like station wagon, who's basically the king of making like the station wagon? Think big, safe, just wagon.
Wagon?
Station wagon.
I kind of think like, if I'm thinking station wagon, I go Subaru Forester.
That's
or-
right, Volvo.
That was my next one.
Volvo. They're the king of station wagons. They're awesome. And they are no longer doing station wagons or sedans in UK because everyone's just buying SUVs instead.
You are such a hater of the SUV world.
Vote up SUVs are a huge problem. They're killing off the coolest wagon on the planet.
Kind of think you might be onto something. The fact that there's so many and they're just going, well, this is our biggest seller. We're never selling anything but this.
Yeah.
It rules out. I mean, look, if that's where your money is, stick to the thing that's good.
Yeah, the people are voting with their money. They're dumb. Everyone's stupid.
Well, it's a safe, large car. You know what pisses me off? I got an X-Trail. I love the size of it. Love getting in and out of it. Nice and easy. Doesn't hurt my back.
Yeah.
Everything's good. What I hate about it, cabin noise.
Yeah, right.
Cabin noise in that thing is so loud. Like I have to have the music like blasting just
Yeah.
to hear it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the newer SUVs are like that, but
Nissan probably.
Nissan maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like when I took the Camry to Melbourne the first time I went recently.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, great. Not too loud.
Oh,
Everything
your
was great.
Toyota.
And then the next time, took a Corolla sedan, and the road noise was crazy. And like you had to have the speakers up so loud, but it was so muffled by the road noise still that it just sounded awful. Everything sounded like mud because
Yeah. And you get like
mixed
this,
in with this huge road noise.
like industrial deafness because the noise of the road plus the music being so loud,
Yeah.
everything hums at the end of that drive. I really, I don't know. I feel like cabin noise is such an underappreciated thing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're listening to your podcasts or your or your music during those big drives. Sorry, I forgot what the thing
And you
you
can't
listen
hear
to.
the voices.
Yeah.
And
If you have to blast it because the cabin noise is so loud, then car companies are kind of doing a disservice in that.
Yeah.
Because that's
But
where most
that's
of the
a
people
more-
listen.
That's a more premium thing, is getting a car with low road noise.
I think I will on my next one.
Look, have a listen while you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, I need to know that this car, what do you mean it crashes by itself? I don't care. It's got good
So
sound.
quiet.
Yeah.
What you really want is a Rolls Royce. Is that when they were producing one of the Rolls Royces, they said it was so quiet in there that like it was making people feel a bit ill. Their brains are like, we're stationary, but they're like flying. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I guess so, yeah. Because,
But like, you're not going to get a car that quiet unless you spend, $1 million.
have you heard of those rooms that they fully...
Yeah, the sound.
I've been in
Yeah.
one, not to that extent, but one of the ones where they really sound filter stuff. And the way that they built that room was they put the whole thing in a like a shipping container type thing.
Yeah.
So the soundproofing on the outside. Then they built the room inside that, but more blocked. And then outside of that, there's a room outside the box which has all the actual computer gear in it and the rack.
Yeah.
And it is wildly noisy in that room. You can't hear anything in the room. Almost hear your heartbeat,
Yeah.
you know? That's terrifying.
It's crazy. But yeah. Anyway, go back to Search Mountain and Molehill and vote up SUVs. And get some comments from last week.
Oh, yeah.
You two aren't bold enough to be prime ministers.
Oh.
The egg shortage issue is mainly an American thing because of avian flu. So I was right about that. We don't have a problem.
Yep.
And watching Kevin struggle alone was very poetic. And then there was a lot of arguing about taxes on our thing. I won't go into all the comments there 'cause it's too much to read.
Let me tell you, though,
Yeah.
I listened back to the episode myself. Generally, after we record, I listen to it just
Yeah.
like you normaltons.
Yeah.
We sounded like Tin Hat people. Like, we were just crazy. We were just, the government needs to do better.
Now, the government is the worst.
Well, they are, but we sound like Tin Hats.
No, we're accurate.
Well, but we sound Tin Hatty.
We should be more
You know what?
tin hatty. I
Everyone
don't think
who's-
we're tin hatty enough.
Everyone who's a Tin Hat says that. Says, nah.
We should be more tin hatty because the government's awful. Anyway, we'll get into the results. All of our listeners are apparently cucks because none of them voted up income tax, which means you win.
What was my mountain?
Something stupid.
It was probably.
No, it was like, where is it? God, I've lost it.
When worlds collide.
When worlds collide.
That was a dumb mountain.
Yeah. All right. So,
Okay. Well, thank you.
all right. So all you cucks better vote that one up. Anyway, what's your mountain this week?
All right. Mine is kind of a best thing because I'm going to explain the awesomeness of AI. And my mountain is AI haters.
Right. Okay. This is good because my mountain's going to be AI. I'm going to hate it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to basically go at the same time because
Well, I guess so.
we might as well.
We can do that.
We're both arguing the same things, but you can go first.
Have you? Okay.
Anyway,
So,
what's wrong with hating AI?
have you seen AI?
Yeah.
Cool. No. So, okay. There's a few. There are absolute negatives. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Don't go into the negatives. I'll go into the negatives. You go into the positives.
okay. When you bring in yours, I'll give you my negatives as well. I'll
Okay.
argue for me.
All right.
So, the pictures.
Yeah.
Have you seen how wild they can be?
I've seen how wild the fingers are.
Oh yeah, like 100
Yes.
fingers. And
Yeah.
computers are trying to work that one out. Have you ever tried to draw a hand?
It is
They're
hard.
doing very
I'll
good.
give them that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the images are very good.
And when they're doing those images, they're like literally creating from what the computer recognizes on everything that they can see, right?
Yeah, so it's basically pasting a lot of images very finely together.
And the computer is trying to understand, considering the fact that it's an automated thing that no one's telling it, no, that's wrong, fix that.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that it's trying to work out.
Yeah.
That is incredible. You know what I was thinking this morning as well? I would love to run a AI generator on the Dad vs. Dad podcast and see what it produces. I bet it just has like 100 clips of me laughing.
Yeah. This was the preferred segment.
And that's so, or just a whole bunch of hi, hungries, hi. Like, it's considering the amazing fact that no one's touching this machine. It's just doing its own thing, creating its own world. Those pictures are incredible.
Yeah.
And like, you can type in almost anything, like old lady at a spaghetti eating contest, and it comes up with the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Or you put one image of like a guy in a raincoat holding a parrot, and all of a sudden it starts morphing into these crazy monsteristic things, and it's the wildest stuff. I love it.
There's a lot of cool stuff that it can do. Definitely. It is actually in some areas getting dumber, some of the AIs. Like they were testing them like on complex math equations and stuff. Yeah. Before they were getting like accurate like 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And now it's getting it 2 out of 10 times. Something's happening with it. I don't know
Maybe
if it's people...
public got a hold of it.
Because it is. It grows off of all of its interactions as well. That helps it.
Although that might be the issue.
Yeah, it's a people being like, no, you're wrong.
online.
That you get the right answer, you go, no, that's wrong. And it does weird things sometimes, like confuses itself, like it's supposed to not talk about a thing, and you can like
redirect it.
Yeah, so it eventually talks about the thing, but you got to go through all these weird loops and hoops and stuff. It's very controlling, and the people who are controlling these AIs, the people building it, they can have a lot of control of what direction it's going. So like, they can have an effect on like politics and that kind of thing. If they want a certain politician to win, they can kind of twist a lot of the answers. So it's like, well, no, this politician's more right because like, so they've got a lot of control with that. The more people that use it, the more people who can be affected by that kind of thing. And they can do sneaky things like advertising and that as well.
But when it goes out to the public and AI is getting controlled in that direction, so you put like a AI generator and then the public start, we want this image, we want this image, we want this image. And then all of a sudden it goes, oh, this is the priority of what we want to do. But it's like upvoting constantly on the wrong thing.
They do have people whose job it is to like filter stuff through and like enter things and enter picture descriptions and do all this stuff to help the AI grow. So they can effectively control which direction it's going.
Yeah, okay.
It's also like AI can no longer detect if something's written by AI or not. So like it's getting harder and harder to detect. So anyone can just write a full assignment using AI. You just say, write me, 10 paragraphs about whatever, evolution. And suddenly you're an evolutionary biologist because you handed that in. Like,
teacher's got some questions.
It's a lot of, you can use it for very nefarious reasons for that. And you can pay more to get more premium AIs.
Yeah, okay.
To get access to the more premium one. So, like, if you're writing your resumes and stuff using the basic AI, and then someone who comes from a richer family, they can afford the premium AI, suddenly their resumes and stuff sound way better because it's written by a better AI.
But they can also afford to go to better jobs.
Yeah.
And they're probably more educated coming from a richer family.
Yeah, which is a bad thing. And this kind of makes that gap even bigger than it already was.
How dare you? You only got that job because your AI's better.
Yeah, so now we're going to have an AI gap as well. Like, there's definitely things you can use to take advantage with the AI.
Okay.
But everyone not taking advantage of that is at a huge disadvantage now. So it just creates more gaps in the world.
So creating gaps in the world is one huge issue.
Yeah.
One huge issue. And actually, the Hollywood stuff that's going on at the moment with the shutdowns. So one of the reasons that they're doing the shutdowns is because they're replacing a lot of the workers. Now, one of the things that they've considered doing is hiring a cast of background actors, doing the AI stuff, and then they never need to hire them again because that is already organized and they don't need to use them ever again.
Yep. And definitely the writers, I mean, there's so much garbage that just comes out that, like, you don't need a team of writers to write that movie. Like, it's awful.
The problem
I think
is,
Hollywood definitely, their writers, they don't deserve any credit.
Well, part of the argument there, sorry, I'm going way off track.
Yeah.
Part of the problem there is these people are not getting paid for the work that they're doing. They're writing them out and...
For the work that they're doing.
But then there's streaming platforms that won't be releasing anything in regards to, like... So, like, Disney Plus apparently won't be putting out movies unless it's through their streaming service. So, it's kind of like how Netflix has, like, only on Netflix.
Yeah.
You'll never see it anywhere but this streaming platform because Netflix will purchase the rights for it.
Yeah.
Which, all right, but that means that people can't sell DVDs or... You basically have to stream to be part of the future.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
as a result, they're not paying their workers. They're not paying the actual actors. They're paying the stream. It's like musicians playing music, releasing it onto Spotify and getting paid for the streams.
Yeah.
The record labels get paid. The company itself gets paid. The artist doesn't.
It depends on the deal that they have as well. Like, we don't know what kind of deals they got worked out with.
Well, basically, it could end up being a case of all these people who once were like the richest people on earth because they were actors turn around and go, I don't want to do it anymore.
Those people need to be the richest people on earth.
Probably not. We ended up with Trump.
Like, they're just like, you know, look, I can sing and dance. Give me $1 million. Like, go away, man.
I don't know. And it's like, I guess it's the whole thing. Like, you starve as a musician.
Yeah.
And you work your ass off. But then there's other musicians who just earn an absolute fortune.
Yeah.
So, like, your Taylor Swifty bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Same as actors.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's an odd world. Anyway, AI. I went way off.
Yeah.
But just because that one thing.
That's the one good thing about AI is that it could destroy Hollywood. That would be great.
I don't know if that's a good thing, though. Because their economy would thrive on that sort of stuff.
Who cares? That's America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind America collapsing a bit. It'd be nice.
What
Sorry,
happened?
Tank.
He's in Australia. Yeah. He loves Australia.
Australia's the best.
He's Boomhauer from...
He's,
yeah.
apparently. Anyway.
He is.
Yeah. It's very problematic. And puts artists out of jobs as well.
AI.
Yeah.
Did you know they're releasing music with... Like, you can listen to Nirvana sung by Elvis?
Yeah, that's cool.
Weird.
And you can replace podcasters. Like, I don't know if you've seen these videos where they do like Minecraft streams, but it's like Donald Trump and Obama and Biden all playing together.
That's a great thing.
It's so funny.
Okay.
Because there's so many voice clips of them speaking. They can put all of that into a thing. The AI messes with it and it just sounds so natural. These presidents and former presidents just playing Minecraft together and just shitting on each other.
That's so fun.
Yeah, and there's like Elon Musk ones as well. It's just yeah.
That's
Anyway, that puts those presidents out of a job if they wanted to be streamers. But it can't. They could
Obama's sitting there like with a picket out the front.
Yeah. It has potential to put every human entertainment out just completely.
I just don't think it will ever happen.
It could though, because like you can just punch into a machine one day. You could just say, I want to see, I don't know, the live action Lion King, but The Rock is in it as himself as well.
How good would that be?
Yeah, and he's playing
And it
Scar.
just
I don't know
does, yeah.
Yeah. Or like, I want, this 80s buddy cop movie, but I want it to have The Rock and Kevin Hart in it. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
And we could mash all the things together and work it all out. And there you go. Whatever movie, whatever style you could possibly dream of.
I want
you
to
have
see the Harry Potter movie as if it was directed by Woody Harrelson. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it could
directors.
do that. The thing also, these computers, even just doing what it's doing now, even just ChatGPT, just talking to people,
Yeah.
not creating the art or anything, just having a chat,
Yeah.
uses so much power and creates so much heat. I read a thing about how much water it used one time, but it was like thousands of liters. Like thousands and thousands of liters of water.
So AI is
every
destroying
day.
the Earth.
It is. And it's not even, that's a crazy amount of power for one AI to be using and a crazy amount of water usage just to keep the computers cool.
Yeah.
Like that's real bad. Just so what? We can ruin entertainers or we can take jobs from humans. Great. We'll take the water from them too, so they can't live either.
Computers are literally killing humans.
Yeah.
It's finally happening.
Yeah.
All right.
It is funny that like all these people who used to be like all supporting automation, like, yeah, automated trucks and stuff, we'll get rid of all the truck drivers. Who needs them? They should have got like a more creative job or like, replacing all the retail stuff. Like a lot of people, a lot of artists and stuff are like, yeah, screw them, replace them. And now the artists are being replaced by robots. Like, no, we didn't mean
Wait
us.
a minute. Not everyone. I mean, AI should be the government.
Probably do a better job.
You
No.
imagine?
It would kill us all.
Oh,
Like there was that AI that was like, if we need to make paper clips forever, whatever, and we're running out of iron. Like, well, humans have iron in their blood. We could just get the iron out of them and make paper clips out of them.
yeah. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, because it is a very logical thing. Yeah.
If you have points on AI that you love or you hate, just put them up. Give us your stories on AI.
Yeah.
What the benefits of it are. I'm so interested by AI though.
Yeah.
I have a lot of interest in like what it does.
It is very interesting.
Yeah,
It is.
it's an incredible machine that we don't know enough about. I don't think we should be letting it run wild in public use.
I think we should be using it more. I think everyone should be using it more while it's a thing, because you're at a disadvantage if you're not.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
do whatever you can. I think it is
AI
a huge mountain.
haters, you put my mouth.
It is a
out.
mountain. It is worth hating. But while it is here, it's not just going to go away. You've got to use it to your advantage in whatever industry you're in, whatever you're doing. You're creating
very
podcasts and
quickly
stuff.
changed your tone, and that was incredible.
No,
you were like, I was like, see, AI haters, because you were kind of like, no, get involved, and then you were like, no, get involved. You did that really well. You flipped it, like to the point of, at first I was like, yeah, you're convincing me, and then you were like, no, you have to. It's such a shame you have to.
It is.
And I kind of like got swindled. I kind of went, yeah, AI is bad. We better start to get to know it before it becomes really bad.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Take
You're an
advantage
asshole.
of
You
it.
got me.
But anyway, AI is a mountain. Vote it up.
And AI haters is a mountain. Well, it goes both ways. You know?
Kind of does. You know what? Everyone vote them both up.
And AI won't know what to do. They'll be like, do they hate us? Do they not hate us?
Yes. So we'll be safe in the robot uprising.
Yeah.
They'll just confuse. We'll create the, I can't remember the thing. When you, a logical fallacy thing to trick an AI and it goes, ugh. They'll just watch our episode. Oh, did we kill him? Do we not? I don't know. Anyway.
There's so many points that are great. We basically just talked how great it was forever.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I think that's it. Have a good one, guys. We might have to have a hiatus soon because I've got to move house very soon. I'm going to be very busy.
Yeah.
So we will have our next episode and the best things, but then there might be a week or two gap.
Unless we can get some backups.
Yeah. We'll try to get some backups in. But if not, I'm just going to be too busy
I'll be honest.
moving house.
I was running pretty dry on mountains this week.
And then after you help me move, you can bring in helping people move houses on a mountain.
No way. I'm going to tell everyone how great movers are.
It's going to be your best thing.
Movers will be my
I'm
best
getting
thing.
movers in. They are my best thing.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in because you've never used them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Although I'll find what they do wrong. Don't worry. I will shit on them somehow.
sure you will.
Bye, Hunger.
You can vote on the mountains. Links in the descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
I did the descriptions last week too.
Good boy.
Links and all. Bye, Hungries.
We're eating.
Is it Julian Lage or Julian Lage?
Legay. I don't know. I don't know where he's from.
Alexa calls it Lage.
I don't know what Apple calls it. I don't talk to Siri.
I haven't listened to a lot of his other albums, but I've listened to World's Fair quite a few times.
Welfare's incredible.
Yeah, because it is just him and a guitar. It's
Yeah.
no effects, no special editing or whatever. Just play them.
I did listen to one other one, and it was really good, but the whole band thing throws me off so much.
Yeah, I think it doesn't work really well with him. Like the drummer, it's kind of like a...
No, they're incredible musicians, but I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm
No.
kind of here for guitar right now.
I'm not saying he's a bad drummer. But I don't think his guitar style doesn't sound great with the drummer. Like it kind of interferes with it.
But I think that's jazz.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what they intended for.
Yeah. And they drum with like one drum with like the brushes and...
It's all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
It's incredible though. I love it. I listened to that thing you sent me. I just play games and put that on. I just play Zelda
so
and just
good.
put that on. And then I'll go and listen to World Fair, and then I'll go, all right, I'm upsetting Ellie now. So I need to put on some real music. Except I've been trying to put on I've been trying to get into like some of the older punk stuff. So like Radio Birdman, The Ruts, Stiff Little Fingers, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I put it on, and Ellie just goes, "Oh, it's the worst.
God.
Like, it's not that bad."
I had a Split Ends and Crowded House night the other night.
Crowded House is great.
Fun time. So Split Ends. They're the same. Like Split Ends is like more rough, kind of slightly punkier,
Yeah.
but they are a bit the same. Like a lot of the songwriting's a bit the same. 'Cause,
Do they
you know,
sing? What they sing? I see red. I see red. I see red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that was more just like
That's
poppy
much
fun
funkier.
80s. Yeah.
But yeah, I quite like a lot of their songs. They're good.
Yeah. I tried Springsteen.
Yeah.
I think you have to be an American.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad. It's just kind of born in a USA.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not patriotic for me. And then
No,
every
I
other
think that song's like anti-USA, like he's making fun of some prime minister or something.
maybe.
I can't remember.
But then there's also stuff like
president even, whatever they call their leaders.
did he do Summer of 69? It was a
yeah.
summer of 69.
Probably.
Yeah, that's probably Springsteen. And then
Yeah.
oh, the dog's on fire.
Is that him?
Yeah. Hey, little baby, when it's ready, bird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was a comedian who did Your Dog's on Fire. It was
Right.
really good. It was one of the Christian comedians that Mum showed me once.
Right.
But he was very good. Very
Yeah, that's
clean.
cool.
He had this joke about how he kind of hates his kids. But he was like, I love you, but I don't have to like you.
Yeah.